right, so it's now or never. No. Come on. Okay. All right. All right. So here's one of those talks. Conversation time. What's going on with this thing? What in the world? First of all, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah, all those different things to every single one of you, wherever you might be or whatever your beliefs might be. Check this out. Somewhere else right now is today, even though it's tomorrow, meaning it's their Christmas today, but it's our Christmas tomorrow because of our time zone. And just be conscious and aware of that. Be present of those things. So, tomorrow's going to be a crazy day and everybody's going to be busy and caught up. But thank you to the power of social media, we have the ability to say Merry Christmas to everyone at the same time. Yes, Merry Christmas, bro. We get to say Merry Christmas to everyone wherever they are. Merry Christmas, man, to you and your family, bro. I love you, miss you. And that's the cool thing. Yeah, absolutely. That's the cool thing about the whole social media deal. Merry Christmas, Tracy. She's one of my business partners, one of my friends, one of my family members. It's an amazing woman. So I want to say Merry Christmas, not Happy Christmas. Well, Happy Christmas too, but Merry Christmas. And, I always say, I'm just going to be really brief. But anyways, check this out. I want to go through some things very quickly just to maybe give you some things that enlighten you a little bit, maybe give you some insight, maybe help you out just a little bit. And because these are things that I believe are going to help me. And why just keep it to myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, why be selfish? So, guess what I was thinking? I was having a conversation with one of my good friends earlier today, and we're talking about Christmas and getting Christmas presents. So when you were a kid, what is the Christmas present that you got? Now, I didn't get Christmas presents every Christmas. I can assure you that. Maybe one or two Christmases, I got Christmas presents. And I remember me and my brother one time, we got a racetrack. We have a little racetrack to share. What was the Christmas present that you got? We got this cool racetrack. Oh my gosh. We would do different things to it, like make the race cars jump, and you had to have skill because there's only one trigger, one speed, and there was corners on it and all those things, and you had to, make it happen the best way you could. As kids, I remember some kids in the neighborhood got bikes and remote control cars, or as my friend would say, my friend told me earlier, moat control. All those different things. For girls, I don't know what girls got. I know what my sister got. I know what she got. I had no interest in anything that she had. So, but me and my, growing up, I was pretty resourceful. So a lot of times I would wait to see what my friends got for Christmas because I knew I could play with their toys. So it wouldn't matter if I got nothing for Christmas, which at times, that's just the way life is. Sometimes you get absolutely nothing. Not because I was bad either. Maybe a little bit. Maybe sometimes, but not bad enough not to get a gift. Sometimes it just wasn't in a budget. Just wasn't in a plan. And my father would be going out to sea overseas. Imagine your father being on a nuclear submarine on a different part of the globe. And, I didn't grow up in a household where I had two parents. So imagine him being gone. Man. But that's all we knew. And that's, I turned out all right, so I'm fine. Anyway, so check this out. What were some of the things that you guys had? What kind of toys did you have? Nobody's going to tell me what toys they got? No one? All right, well, all right. So I remember waking up on Christmas morning excited for my friends to get presents, even though I didn't have any. So check this out, though. But okay, so let me stick to the script. All right, so I was thinking about, how we could have better lives, how we could empower others, and how we could be more fulfilled. So number one, we could do something that allows our dreams to be fulfilled by empowering others. How cool is that? The choices that we make, the things that we do, what if what we decided to do or how we decided to live empowered others, built others up, gave others their goals, their dreams, aligned them with what they wanted, and as a result of that, all of our dreams get fulfilled because of the roles that we were in other people's lives, the role that we chose to take and be. How cool would that be? So think about that. So do something that allows all of our dreams to be empowering to others, and as a result of that, all of our goals get accomplished. That would be cool. Also, share yourself completely. I mean, not just, I mean, the good things. Not, I mean, you don't want to go so deep in the bad things, because sometimes you go to someone's social media and everything that they're saying is negative. You know, when you go to their social media or when their feed pops up, it's always negative. And that's unfortunate that you have to, get those people out of the mindset. But for every person that does that, there's also someone positive. So give a little this, give a little that. Don't lean too far into what things people are already experiencing. All the hardships that you have, someone would gladly trade you out for your hardship for theirs. Gladly trade your circumstances for theirs. Gladly, and just show up within 10 seconds to trade your circumstances for theirs. So that's something else to think about. Don't, share the happiness. Share some of the things you did to get through the adversity that you had to get through. Some of the walls you had to break down, some of the challenges that you have, and share the goals that you accomplished and the growth that you had to experience and go through to make those things happen. Like, think about this. Some of the things that we accomplish may be so small to us because we have accomplished them time and time again. And I want you to understand, if you have something that is small to accomplish it, because that small thing could ultimately be a part of something big. And all that means is this. Knock out all your goals. Set a big goal and then set small goals that are going to allow you to knock out those small goals, and then share those victories with other people. Share the challenge, share the triumph and the prosperity of what you had to become to get through those things. Okay, what else do we have? Be happy. You know what I mean? Find happiness somewhere. This is what I know. So be happy and take advantage of the moment. Sometimes people say, man, this year just passed by. This week just went by. I was just doing this. I was just doing that. All that time happened. This is what I want you to understand, okay? So imagine if you're never present. Imagine if you are never in the moment. Imagine that. You're never in the moment, so your life passes you by. And that happens to so many people. So just for today, why don't you just enjoy today? Why don't you just be as happy and fulfilled as you can be today? Why don't you have control over everything that you can have control over today? See, I get it. You know what? I know, as we all know right now, that the world is happening as it is happening. Life is happening as it is happening. There are circumstances and situations that are completely out of our control. And I don't have to speak about them because that's all everyone is talking about. Well, what I want to talk about is, regardless of everything that's happening, what happened if you made a list or itemized all the things that you have control over? See, you might not be able to go somewhere and get specific employment or go to that job or be around those coworkers, be around those friends, but what do you have control over? What are some of the things that you always wanted to do, or some things that you know that you should have already done that you couldn't do, but now you have control of it? What about spending time with your family? What about expressing your love to your loved ones? What about starting a business? What about studying those investments? What about becoming, you say you want to get online and speak more and have more conversation and enlighten people. Well, what's stopping you from right now getting inspired from this, taking notes from this, writing down your own notes, just like I have my notes in front of me, and going out doing that for yourself? See, there's nothing stopping you right now with the exception of you. See, your reflection, the person you talk to, the person that you are, the person that you want to be, are all different people. See, you get to decide which one of them you get to be and how you want to be that person. You get to make that move, you get to make that decision, and it is 100% predicated off a decision that you make or what you decide. So based on what you decide will determine your outcome. So let's think about that. You know, whoever treats you a certain way, they could treat you good, they could treat you bad, they can treat you poor, they can treat you unfairly, or they can treat you amazing. However they're treating you is who they are, possibly what they're going through, how they feel, and how they are as a person. None of those things matter. Of course it matters. We can be affected by it, but what the most important part of everyone in your life playing the role that they're playing in your life, all you have to do is realize what part of the chessboard they belong in. See, your life is a chessboard, and you get to decide who is what piece. You get to decide where they fall into your life. You get to decide how they're going to be in your life, who they're going to be in the life, how long you're going to have them in your life, how much of your life you're going to allow them to take up, and how you move according to who they are in your life, and then most important, how you move according to who you are and who you want to be. I think those things are very important. I think those things are very important. So moving forward, think about today, right now, the 24th of December, 2020. What could you do with the rest of this month that maybe you want to do all year because it's not too late? What could you do with the rest of today? Who could you be the rest of today? How could you be the rest of today? You know, check this out. And I try to not brag about things that I do, but I'm going to brag a little bit. You know, I got invited to go out and feed homeless, less fortunate, downtown. I got to go downtown Las Vegas, and I love doing it every single year. And this year, of course, due to everything's going on with restrictions and challenging, they had to put things in a specific way that we were allowed to be able to interact, engage, and give back to communities. But guess what? Where there's a will, there's a way. You know, you can accomplish anything that you want to. So I got invited by a good friend of mine. I go down, I'm excited. And the fact that I did it, I feel good about that because we got to give back. But what I'm more excited about is when I got down there, you know what? Some of those people who came down there, that day that we went down there to feed them, it was a huge outside Christmas dinner. We got to feed them. And I mean, some of the food they were eating, I was like, man, I'm serving this food, but I'm starving. I'm hungry. I need a plate. I was making friends with everybody, you know, whatever they were wearing, I was complimenting them. Saw a couple guys that might have been smaller than me. I said, man, what size of that jacket, man? I need your jacket, man. I'm just making friends with them. Making people feel human because we're all the same. No one is at any different level based on what they have or where they're at in life. Yes, our decisions ultimately will decide where we go, where we are, and how we are, and ultimately where we end up. But all those things have nothing to do with how we treat people, how we are to people, how we interact with them. So, you know, I'm having fun down there, interacting, you know, making people feel special. And you should see some of the people. I mean, they were throwing on their best outfit just to go down there. And I don't want to slow down for a second. Just to go down there because that is the day of the year that they got to experience humanity. That is the day of the year that they got to feel like a human. That was the only day of the year that they got to get dressed up and go sit down with someone and actually have a dinner and interact at a table. And that's something that a lot of people might take for granted. I want you to think about that. That is something that so many people take for granted. That is something that so many people overlook. So sitting down with another human being, and I seen people dressed to the nines. I seen a guy who was so clean. He had this Christmas outfit that I'm like, I know this guy had to wait all year, who saved up everything, all of his money to put this outfit on. But I'm talking about from head to toe. This guy could have walked into any room and shut it down, and he was homeless. And this was the one day that he got to go dress up and feel that way and be a part of a dinner with other people and socialize, interact, have a full meal with every course. And man, it felt good to see this guy do that. It felt good to see how much pride this gentleman had in who he was being and how he was being and how he felt that day. And you could tell he looked forward to it. Every single person that put something on his plate, man, he was smiling and all those different things. And another thing that's crazy is, check this out. Some people, I'm like, man, they could eat more than me. I mean, second, thirds, and fourths coming around. I'm like, man, where's this food going? I saw people so prepared. They had Tupperware plates. I mean, everything. And it was just a great thing to be a part of it. And also, listen, All that is for us. No matter where you are, no matter what's happening in your life, we all have a reason to be grateful. We all have a reason to get better, and we can get better, even if it's just one day at a time. We don't know. Some of those people who were there that day doing their best and putting on that best, that could have been the beginning of something new for them. That day could have been their turnaround. That could have been their day that they decide, hey, you know what? I've been doing bad all year, going through everything all year, but I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm going to go get a haircut. I'm going to be cleaned up. I'm putting on my suit. And they were out there doing it. And they looked clean. So, this is what I want you to think about. And I'm done. But I want you to think about that. I want you to think about where you started. Man, just talking. Hold on. I gotta keep my water with me because, man. But anyways, I want you to think about where you started. I want you to think about how you ended up where you are. I want you to think about who you have around you. I want you to think about the role or the piece of the puzzle that they play on your life's chessboard, or the movie that you're making, or the script that you're writing for yourself. And take some time. I want you to really take some time and think about, what are you going to do next? Who are you going to what are you going to do next? How are you going to do it next? And who's going to be there? Because the pieces of the puzzle, the pieces of your chessboard, the components and things that you have in your life are always going to be aligned with what you want, what your goals are, and your direction. And another thing, if you were going to do what you wanted to do in your lifetime, the people that you have around you, if those were the people that were chosen for you to do it with, you would have already done it with them. So grow your circle, increase your circle, add people, add value, and you be value, most important. Do something different, be something different, and most important, enjoy the holiday season the best you can, the best way you know how, and just don't get caught up. The reason I started off saying I didn't get much for Christmas when I was growing up is because my Christmases were still off the chain. I'd go to my friend's house down the street. Hey man, what did we get? Right? So that's my time. I hope everybody got some out of this. That's my boy Alberto. Yeah, that's my new business partner right there. Oh man, we about to turn up. Yeah. So thank you so much. Hey, listen, share this. Somebody might need this. Somebody could be empowered by this. This might be a difference maker for someone. So share this. I have my YouTube channel. Go look me up. Anything that you have heard here that may make a difference for you is something that could make a difference for someone else. So share this with your social media. Let somebody else be empowered. You don't have to say this. Share this and let them be impacted some way, shape, or form. Thank you so much. Yes, Pele. Oh, she got the most powerful name on the planet. Well, where I'm from, I'm an islander. So Pele, that's big. That's deep. Anyways, thank you so much for jumping on very briefly. Share this with somebody. Be empowered, level up, and, that's it. Mr. Over a Million served. I'm out.